welcome back. Now, I have been talking about my flower farm stand that I want to open up, but I actually haven't even really shown you it. So today we are going to start painting it. I am thrilled. I am very spoiled and fortunate that my dad actually built this for me. I just basically showed him some inspiration pictures of what I was looking for, and he just went away with it. So it is a rainy Saturday, which is perfect. My kids are napping, so I'm going to try and paint as much as I can, and I am just thrilled. And hi, if you're new here, my name is Kristy. I am located in Massachusetts, and I do a lot of backyard gardening. I did some perennial gardens. I have my vegetable garden, and this year I am dipping my toes into starting my own cut flower garden. Now, I really just want to support this hobby that I really love, which is flowers, and I am not doing my farm share. I have been a part of a farm share for the past 3 or 4 years, and this is actually my first time not joining since I have my vegetable garden pretty much up and running for my 2nd year. And I absolutely loved their cut flower field, and I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity of having beautiful arrangements in my kitchen, and I would always bring one to school and have it on my desk for, just to enjoy while I'm teaching throughout the day. And so I figured, you know what, I really wanted to dip my toes into having my own cut flower garden. And you always grow as way more than you actually need. So I'm like, you know what, I really want to get into this roadside flower stand. I live on a fairly busy road, and a lot of people actually walk by my house. It connects to another neighborhood, and most people walk the whole entire loop, which is like a mile all the way around. My husband and my kids do this loop every single day, and we always see our neighbors, and we're making friends along the way. So I figured, why not sell any of my extra flower arrangements, and then even some of my extra tomatoes or produce that I might be growing in my backyard as well. Now, every area is different. Every town and city is different. Luckily, I do not need a permit for having a stand. Anything under 200 square feet, you don't need a permit. And I also contacted my local city hall asking if I needed a permit for selling flowers, and thankfully I do not, since I am growing them in my backyard. Basically, anything that is not needing to be processed, I don't need a permit for. So we're gonna roll with it and get the word out that I will be having some bouquets, hopefully on the weekends, once my annuals and perennials are going. Now, this is going to be the beginning of June. I don't have anything yet. I really decided to do this probably more towards January, and I didn't have everything tilled and set up. I have a small section in my backyard where I am doing my annuals, so hopefully next year I will be able to prepare a little bit better for more of spring flowers. And if you haven't seen my video on starting my cut flower garden, definitely go ahead and do so. I kind of shared my process of how I tilled and found my area in my backyard, and then I did another video on planting it, so definitely check that out. But today is all about the flower stand. So I have this bottom section here where I plan on having starts. So right now I have a lot of herb starts, and then hopefully throughout the years I will have some more starts such as like vegetables or perennials. I really enjoy echinacea. That is my favorite flower, and I grew a lot this year, but I put them in my own garden, and then maybe next year I'll have some starts. And then up here we will have all of our flowers for sale. And then I did have my dad add some shelving in case if I wanted to hang some signage, or if I had some little bud vases in case if any of my stems were a little bit shorter. Madeline was hoping she could make some, and then I would just give them basically away for free. Anything that was too short to go in or picked by Madeline, or maybe a little bit too overspent and having a very short vase life. So I don't know if you can see, but he did do a roof on top. This is built to last. It is so windy here. We have the crazy New England weather. I'm hoping that once winter comes, we can bring it back inside the garage. I'll show you a video now. It took 4 people to get it into the garage because we didn't have the little wheelies or dollies on us at the time. But the 4 guys, they were able to get into the garage. So today we are going to start painting it. Now I plan on painting the outside of it blue to match my front door, and then we'll have white for this bottom flooring, and then for the backdrop, and then I will do blue for the shelving as well. So we're gonna try and get as much painted today. I have to go to the store and buy some white exterior paint either tomorrow or next weekend. There's by no means will I be getting this done. And my flowers aren't ready yet. So I'm hoping by the end of June, maybe beginning of July, I will have my warm annuals like my dahlias and zinnias and celosia ready to go. And I do have a ton of echinacea that I started. So hopefully my perennials will be going. I have gumfrina, and I also have a lot of black-eyed Susans that will be going up as well. So yeah, so just enjoy. It's just gonna be a lot of time lapses and some little different viewpoints, but I'm super excited. Oh, and I also should mention too that this was made with pressure treated wood. Roughly it costs about $400 or so to make this. So again, I'm very fortunate that my dad has some great carpenter skills and was able to build this for me, because by no means would I be able to, even though I can build a garden bed. This is a little bit way too advanced for me. So let's get All right, here's a little progress update. I was able to get inside. So now I have to do not only what's facing, but like all four sides, because my dad spaced it for like windy days so that the wind would be able to break through. So I did the top. I will be painting again the shelves blue, but I am just like obsessed with this color blue. It's hard, the lighting in here is not that great, but it matches again my front door. And we'll just go around the pole. And I started a little bit on this side just to catch any of the drips. So not so much done in the past little over an hour and a half, but it's just tedious. Again, I'm just trying to catch any drips. So I'm gonna probably try and do the shelves and then work my way. I really only care about basically what any customer is gonna see. So I'm not really gonna focus too much on the back and the sides, because no one's gonna really see. They're just gonna go straight forward. And that is what I just wanna make sure it's not sloppy. And same with here. So I did like the leg. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and just do this top bit, and I'll probably work some more tonight and get some more painting done. Bed. It's a little after 8 o'clock, but I did get a good amount done. So I got my sides up top, my shelving. I just pull off the painter's tape, and now I have to move down below. I did the slats on either side. I still have to do the ones up top here, but I will wait until this is dried so I'm not touching them. All right, painting this is seriously no joke. I could use a roller. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I thought I did. They just don't match up. I have a 2-inch roller with a 4-inch sponge, so obviously that doesn't work. So I'm just using this. I have some paintbrushes, thankfully, because I repurposed some old furniture, and thankfully had these. And I also really don't care for using a roller. I feel like I'm a little bit more careless with it, and I don't know. I just like having more control with the paintbrush. But we're gonna try and get as much of the blue done, at least here, before I feel like I break my neck. But it's gonna look good. I'm hoping if I just really go heavy on the paint, then I won't have to do another coat. I love this blue. It's gonna look so nice. And then I'm gonna have this right here in the backsplash with white, so it'll add a nice little pop. So that way it'll really, I feel like, showcase when I have the flowers. And yeah, so I'm probably just gonna hop off for the night. I'll show you what it looks like before I head to bed. I'll probably be here for a few hours depending on how long my coffee lasts, and listen to a podcast or see what else other YouTubers are doing. So I will show you what it looks like hopefully shortly. All right, it is night one of painting. I stayed up till about a little after 10 o'clock and got basically all the blue done. So I'm super thrilled about that. So all that's left is some of the interior where I'm going to be painting white, and we will be done. I might need a second coat. Some of the wood absorbed the blue paint, and so it looks like it has a thin layer, while others it looks totally fine. So I might do a second coat, but I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what it looks like. So here it is. If I don't step on a child's bike, yeah, don't mind our garage, but this is what it looks like so far. The back is painted, the side is painted, the slats is what really took the longest. And I tried doing painter's tape as best as I could, but obviously still got some blue where the white's gonna be, so I might have to do a couple layers of that. But other than that, I am thrilled with how much I got done today. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, so I don't want to waste the sunshine. So here it is up close. Super excited. Morning, everyone. It's the next day, and I have been busy trying to finish up the white. I have just the bottom shelf to do, and I am just loving the contrast that this is giving. The blue dried so nicely. So all I have is this left, and I'll do a little side-by-side before and after. Just like that, I am done. I was able to get all the painting done on a Saturday night, Sunday morning, which I am thrilled about. I'm keeping it with just one coat. The white is a little bit translucent, but I think it'll work well because then if it gets dirty over the course of the year, it might just hide it well with all the rain that we get and wind, and it's going to be kind of by a tree line as well. So I think this actually came out perfect, and I am so dang excited. So if you would like to stay tuned and see how the cut flower side of my channel goes, go ahead and click like and subscribe and hit that bell button, and I will see you all next time. Happy gardening.